So once the game went out to everybody, there was this one bug that we got reported very infrequently, but eluded us for a long time. When people were playing through the game, they noticed at some point in time their companion was just reported as dead and they had failed a quest. And we're like, I don't understand that. Like, how does that even happen?
I spent probably like a full week. I had a whiteboard. It was like the thing where strings of yarn pinning different note cards together, trying to like connect the pieces, trying to dig into how this could be happening. I probably looked very unstable for that week. And so eventually we got a weird side comment and a user review from a player just mentioning something about one of the only bugs they found in the game was just a random spot where a companion seemed to be climbing nothing. And that kind of clicked for me of like, well, that's new. That's something we haven't seen before.
We have a furniture system where characters will be always doing things in the background, right? They've got AI that's pathing around your player ship. They're going and interacting with the world and doing all these interesting things.
We had narrowed it down to, well, it has to be on the ship. That's the only spot in the game where the companions aren't in your party. And so I was looking at weird interactions they might have with different random events happening in the ship, and maybe there's just a 0.01% chance that something happens in this exact way. And we found that if you started a conversation with someone else while someone was climbing a ladder, they just wouldn't ever leave the ladder. They would just keep going forever. And then eventually you'd finish that conversation and they'd say, well, time to get off this ladder. But by that point, they're about a mile up high. And it turns out the invulnerability that we thought applied to them on the ship doesn't apply to things like fall damage. So they'd fall and die.
It wasn't, except for the extreme detailed work that our QA team and Taylor in particular would go into detailing out what is everything that could be happening here and how do I break down every single system to figure out what it is, where we would have ever found that issue that was so obscure. Yeah.